right, welcome back. Across industries and communities, women-centered organizations play a vital role in driving gender equality and, so to speak, equity, economic empowerment, and social change. But what does it take to build such organizations? How do we create environments where women not only participate but also thrive? And most importantly, how do we ensure sustainability in a rapidly evolving world? We have a guest in the studio, but before we unfold her, just see what our profile frame looks like. All right, welcome back. You said that was so intimidating. So intimidating. In the studio with us this morning, we have no other person but Mrs. Nkem Sofela, a business owner, entrepreneur, and she was also a banker for you to know. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show, ma.
Thank you so much for
inviting me. And I have to tell you, this is a woman that has passion for women and everything that concerns women, development of the feminine folk. And she's successfully done it in various organizations. It's good to have you here. And thank you for honoring this invitation. I know what it took to bring you here. And I know that you have a schedule today.
Yes, at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, thank you, ma. We really appreciate it, and we do not take it for granted.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, ma. So let's go to the business of today. We're talking about women and building and sustaining women-centered organizations. We have a lot of these women, this is female, this is women, every day, even the ones that are just there, let's just open it. Let's just, even the ones that is kowoje, the ones, all of them. But in the real sense of it, what are the key elements that makes an organization truly centered beyond just representation? And when I say beyond representation, I mean, what are the key elements that makes this organization thrive beyond just being there? Or beyond just be called a woman-centered organization? What would you say about that?
When you say organization is a women-centered organization, that means it's predominantly, it focuses on women. And if, as you have asked me, what are the things that makes it, apart from representation? Inclusivity. Women are supposed to not just hide like they expect us in those days. We should be seen, but we shouldn't speak. There should be platforms for women to be able to thrive, learn, and lead. And how do you do that? By mentorship. I believe every woman should have someone that is her mentor, someone she looks up to, someone she can gain knowledge, someone that can give her counsel. And to also run some of these women-centered organizations effectively, there should be accountability. You should be accountable, hold accountable for every single decision. And you should also allow other women to air their views. Integrity. As you mentioned, kowoje. A women's organization, there must be integrity. You know us the way we are. When any woman drops 1 naira, she wants to know what happened to her 1 naira. You should be able to tell everyone, this is the amount that we have collected, this is what you have done. So there should be accountability at all times. Yeah.
Accountability at all times. You know, while doing all of this, talking about integrity, accountability, there are challenges, most especially when we talk about women. And you have been, on top of a lot of women-based organizations for a long period of time. What are the challenges that you would say is being faced generally, or that you have encountered as a person?
Funds. Sourcing for funds. It is difficult for women-centered organizations to source for funds because, number one, of course, gender. Looking at us, will a woman be able to do it? When you walk into a bank and say, my organization is so, and it is women organization, they will look at you. So sourcing for funds is a big problem. But what can these organizations do? They can look for avenues, things they can do to raise funds. They shouldn't be dependent on one source of income. Oh yes, partner with other people. It doesn't have to be just local partnership. International partnership. There are so many organizations out there that are not in Nigeria that wants to partner with so many organizations in this country, as long as they see that these organizations are genuine and are impacting lives.
All right. Talking about funding and knowing your background as an entrepreneur, now let's look at it from this angle. A lot of women, not as an organization and individually, they want to venture into talking about also side hustle and then different sources of income. They want to live good, most especially for them and maybe for their children. They want to start a business. They have the urge to do something, but they have thought about it like, okay, like going to a bank or going to source for capital for that business. They don't want to do that because they know that maybe act of paying interest and all of that might not sustain or build that business. You also talked about partnership, but how other ways that they can get funds?
Okay, I still go back to what I said, mentorship and sponsorship.
Okay.
When you have a mentor that mentors you, you should be able to open your mind as different avenues and benefits out there that you can also be sponsored. If you bring it on board, this is what I want to do. Like, there's so many organizations that when you go out there and tell them this is what I want to do, they will sponsor you.
Okay, so invariably what you're saying now is mentoring is key.
Yes.
Is key.
Mentoring
Okay,
is key.
because that was supposed to be my next question. Like, okay, so aside a lot of businesses fail.
Yeah, mentoring is key. And it should also open your mind for you to hear successful stories. When women tell their stories, you should be able to open your mind and learn. Yes, learn from those stories of other women. And by the time you have a mentor should be able to stand for you. Go to a bank, the which bank, a guarantor, to say, yes, I know this person, I can stand, I can vouch.
Okay, let's talk about, this, still on this mentoring that you said. How can we, as a leader, how can we create space for other women also, to thrive? When I talk about how can we create, how can we, what are the strategies, what are the leadership, qualities, some key steps in creating supportive space for women to thrive? You are a leader. You have a lot of people, that looks up to you. How do you create space for them, to thrive? Because I see a lot of women out there. They have people around them, women around them. All they do is, from time to time, buy 1 naira, buy 2 naira, buy, just give them stipends. That does nothing for them. So, how do you create space for women to thrive?
There's a popular adage that says, don't give me fish. Teach me how to fish. So that I can also be able to catch the fish myself. That's a popular adage that every one of us knows about. Now, supporting other women, there's something let me say is pay it forward. When you are elevated to a particular position, you should be able to pick others along the line.
That's the mentoring.
Yes, that's the mentoring. As you're picking other people, those people you're picking are also picking other people. You cannot be in a position of leadership and you think that position of leadership is meant for you alone. God puts us in every position for a particular reason. And that particular reason is to help others. You need to know as a leader, your women needs to be empowered.
Yeah.
You need to empower women. And you should create an atmosphere that where these women can thrive, share their stories. Every woman's story is different. No story is the same. Support. You should be able to curate such avenues. Today at 12 o'clock, we have an empowerment program. In this empowerment program, we are going to be giving out grinding machines, POS machines, normal machines to sew, so that you're encouraging people to see.
Can I join?
You should have submitted.
You want to go and be doing tailoring, Abi. You better sit here and be talking.
It is side hustle. So that's what we are going to do today. So by the time you equip someone with a tailoring machine, that person will learn how to sew and be sewing. And that person will get other people, train them. Of course.
It's a chain.
Yes, it is a chain. And at the end of the day, you are helping in bringing out the full potential in every woman. I always advocacy all the time, that every woman, irrespective of the background, should be heard, encouraged, harnessed, so that her full potential will come out. She'll reach that full potential. And in so doing, you're also building a foundation for others to build on and to follow.
Right.
Let me still, take out this mentorship point. We find some people, pick up mentors before I picked my mentors. It's a different thing when I know you from far. It's a different thing when I come close to you. So when I picked my mentor, it was a different thing that I saw. And now it seems as if I'm stuck. It seems as if my world is around this particular mentor. And she's just not giving me what I want. She's not doing, she's not impacting into my life. But somehow I'm stuck. What would you say to such a person?
Move on. You're not joined at the hip with a particular person. Something is not working. You move to something that works. And one day you get it right. You cannot be wasting your time on somebody that is not imparting. And you're still glued to the person. Why? Look around you. There are people that are willing to hold your hand as I walk with you through thick and thin. So just move on.
Okay. There's this thing, like when it comes to women organizations, you see different women come together, share ideas, build themselves. But at the other end, there's the men fold that are, can I say intimidated, or they feel threatened because they know that, women, we are built to multitask. We are built to turn 1 naira to 1 million. Then there's somebody somewhere that can I say jealous? Or let me just say, okay, the men folk, they just feel, okay, because these women are connected, because they are organized, because they are doing this kind of thing. Oh, and then that thing just suddenly comes and the man feels, no, because you are part of this organization, you now feel that you now feel that there's something that you have that I don't have. You now feel you can do this. You now feel because you have a mentor who wants to give you capital to start a business that I can't, then the men feel intimidated. What's your take on that, especially for the women, as a form of advice?
All these are barriers and challenges that every single woman faces. There is no solution on a proper solution saying, okay, this is the solution to take. Every woman, every husband, they are different. The way I will handle my own and my husband will say, okay, I approve. It's not the same way. No one cap fits it all. You have to find out by yourself the buttons that you need to press on your husband. You need wisdom for him to say yes. It's not with fighting the man. When you fight the man, you're not going to get anything. And you'll be making yourself miserable and unhappy. You need to make the man understand if things are good for you, it's for everybody. It's for the entire family. So that have to come first for you to convince that man that, you know what, I am not going to start working as if I'm the one that controlling the whole house. I'm the one that is putting. No man likes that. You still have to humble yourself. There are women that when they're in authority or when they're the ones making the money, you see the way they talk down on the men. No. Being a powerful woman does not mean you should talk down on your husband. Being a powerful woman means you know how to handle outside and inside. That you need to balance it. So it's not just, I'm successful out there, but in your home, are you successful in your home?
That's really that's deep. Yeah, that's deep, and I'm sure it's coming from experiences. I can just visualize, things behind those words. Well done, ma'am. So, what's something that, almost every organization faces, and most especially women based organization faces is sustenance. So what would you advise? What strategies could be recommended for organizations in the face of economic and social challenges?
Sustaining an organization takes a lot. And as a women organization, you cannot be static. The world is evolving every single day. You should evolve with it. These days, social media, technology has taken over the world. Move with it. Move with the technology. Harness all that is in technology for you to be able to use it to your own advantage. Crowdfunding. Go out there. That's crowdfunding. Sponsorship. Drive. You give talks. You facilitate. Women organizations should know that it's not for them to sit down and be waiting for sponsors all the time. You have to look for something that will bring income. You have to think outside the box. Not just waiting every year. You go, what are you doing on your own as women organization to bring funds? What effort are you putting in to do that? So you must find something that will be able to bring funds to the organization, apart from sponsorship drives.
I'm picking that. Even if I don't pick anything today, that one I have picked it. it's just there.
There are a lot of women organizations that they want to raise funds, and you see them say, "Oh, declutter your closet." They tell everyone to declutter, and when they declutter closets, they go to that. I know so many people have come to me, "Oh, Ms. Sofela, shoes, bags that you're not using anymore, we want it." And they will sell these things at ridiculous rates, and they will use it to raise funds.
Yeah, that's to say that a man's trash is another man's treasure. Well,
Because, you know, most of us women will keep on acquiring.
as in,
Any cloth you don't wear in 1 year, forget it. There's no need keeping it anymore.
okay, let's come to you personally. You've done this for decades, I'm sure. I'm sure of that. Now, what is a defining moment in your career with women? What would you say that, this particular one was a defining moment, that shaped your passion for supporting women?
A defining moment for me was several decades ago. A friend of mine with 3 children, a week to IGCSE examinations, her husband threw her out of the house with 3 children. She calls me up at 12 o'clock in the night and says, "Mr. Sofela, I don't have anywhere to go. But it's not even about me. It's about my children. I need someone to take care of them." I could just sort myself out. So I left my house and picked those children up, 3 children. They were with me for several years. And to the glory of God, each of these children, brilliant children, each of these children, they all passed their IGCSE in flying colors. Top universities in America. So that night, I made up my mind. I said, I will continue to help women in need. Then there was this day that a friend of mine said, "You know what, there's a lot of women that are out there that's battered, don't have anywhere to go. Maybe we should start up something." We started what is called God's Home for Women Foundation, where when you don't have anything to where to go, we'll take you in with your children for a couple of months. Maximum is 6 months. Within that 6 months, we'll be able to sort you out. And you move on.
Wow.
Yes.
God bless you. That's a big one. God bless you. God bless you for what you do. God bless you. Well, finally, I know my producer is screaming, wrap up, wrap up, wrap up. But then I won't leave this place without asking this question. What legacy do you hope to leave behind for future generations of women leaders?
The legacy I would like to leave behind is the legacy that every woman needs to be heard. Not only needs to be heard, needs to be supported. They should have a voice. They should have somewhere to thrive and encouraged to lead as well. So in doing this, you are going to make their full potential, they reach their full potential. All of us in this life should leave this earth having exhausted what God has put in us. We should leave this world empty.
That's it. That's a good place to call this segment a wrap. There's a good place to let our guests go this morning. Everyone, not only women now, should endeavor to leave this world empty. Try and impact onto as many people as you can. We've been having discussions about building and sustaining women-centered organizations, and we've had this pretty wonderful woman, beautiful inside and outside. I know what I'm talking about anyway. Yeah. She's been our guest, Mrs. Nkem Sofela. She is a business owner, an entrepreneur, and also, I would add, a woman that has passion for the feminine gender. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I consider this a privilege and an honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, we will go on a very short break now. When we return, and his guests will be here with us in the studio. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.